Yeah.
Wish I could paint our love moments in vibrant. Wordplay turns into gunplay, gunplay turns into pillow talk, pillow talk turns into sweet dreams turn into coffee in the morning.
Put some Marvel fanfare in the beginning. We probably get blocked or something.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is, I believe, episode 13 of Bro2Go. I am your co-host, Lou, and David is here. The rest of our co-hosts, they're in New Orleans right now, having the time of their lives. So we're going to let them sleep because I believe that's what they're doing right now from a long night of partying.
Yeah, get some rest. Also want to let you know, this is episode 14.
What's episode 14?
Yo, 14.
Okay.
You did it, bro.
All right. Small milestone. I think a milestone would be like episode 25. Like that should be a bigger milestone. Yeah. Or we could take a shot at episode 21.
You know what? Marking it down.
Yeah, we should take a shot. Episode 21. That'd be dope. Well, man, how was your week? How was everything?
It was good. I mean, it was a good week. Friday was just like it was very busy. I think I usually take Sundays to rest, but I just used Saturday. I was just knocked out. I was like,
I feel you, man.
It was a good week. It was good. How about yours?
My week was long. I felt like this week went by very, very long. And it's not like even like I had a lot of things to do, but I guess I was anticipating Saturday a lot. Yesterday a lot, and just trying to get through the week with the kids and Laura. We signed Lathan up for summer camp. So he's
for baseball.
Huh?
Just summer camp in general. Like, is it for baseball or?
Oh, no. So baseball is separate. Like, so as a matter of fact, so he has games every Saturday, but yesterday got rained out, so they moved his Saturday game to Wednesday this week, Wednesday night, and for the makeup game. So that's pretty cool, I guess, that we could still get the makeup game, even though it's like in the middle of the week, but whatever. Which actually sucks because I actually have my game at like 6:00, I believe. Hold on, I gotta check. So we both have a game on Wednesday. So that kind of sucks. But the good thing about it is like, I'm like, the field that he's on is like right next to my field. But the thing is, I'm a coach, so it's like, dang, do I not play? Because we have double headers on Wednesday, so it's like, do I not play my game, the first game, and be there for my son? I'll be like, you know what, he'd be all right, and then just go to my game.
Yeah.
But the only good thing is I'm not head coach this year, and that was like my whole thing. Like, I didn't want to be a head coach this year because I didn't want the responsibility of, okay, what if I personally can't make it because of other things, but my son still can? I don't want to be in charge of a whole team, with everything, because I didn't know if I was going to be able to get my daughter this summer. So if I am able to get my daughter, then, I didn't want to be the head coach because I still have my other children and the obligations to them as well. So I decided to just be an assistant coach this year.
Okay.
But as you can hear, no kids. So my mom, that's I think why, I was just so excited for Saturday. Me and Laura finally had a date night. Our first date night in a while. It was just us. I dropped the kids off at my mother's house. My mother decided to take them. She ordered pizza and stuff like that. Before I went to the movies, I took she had ordered a new mattress, so I helped her do everything because I haven't been there in a while. So she was like, "Oh, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to do this." Like, I was just like, "Yo, Mom, we gotta go. We gotta go." We saw Mortal Kombat yesterday.
Gotcha.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. I set up the HBO Max, but
HBO Max.
We could go to town. We could talk about it. I've spoken to one friend who said it's pretty good. It was Mortal Kombat.
I liked it. I liked it, man. I liked it. It gave off the 95. I think it came out. The first one came out in 95 or something like that. It gave off that vibe where it was like kind of go there, but it was like it was very gory. Like they had fatalities, but it was really corny at the same time.
Which is
Like
more combat. It's
I
corny.
mean,
The
it was
beginning,
like, but it
the
was like
beginning.
90s corny, like the one-liners, like
Uh,
the old 90s kind of like one-liners, like the Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liners. The like that's what made it corny. Like after they killed somebody, it was like flawless victory, and I'm just like, like why are
that
they saying
doesn't
it?
work.
Yeah, it's like why are you saying it?
But it's
Like
dated. It's dated. I get it. But
yeah,
I gotta see it. I'm gonna see it soon. I told Nat that I was gonna watch it with her. I don't know why I said that, but now I have to,
yeah.
gotta
Now
keep
you
that
gotta,
up. Gotta
you
keep
gotta
up.
wait. Did you guys watch Kong versus Godzilla?
No, I didn't see that one either.
Oh man. All right. So you gotta watch both of those movies. Just watch it back to back.
Back to back. Is it on HBO?
Yeah, they're both on HBO
Oh,
Max.
that's dope.
Well, yeah, I think you gotta hurry up and watch Godzilla versus Kong because I think it's gonna disappear.
Mm.
They only have a month window from the release. So then they come back to HBO Max.
Oh, I see. All right, so I'll definitely make sure to see that movie. Uh,
Yeah.
what else? I've caught up with what is it? The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I
Oh
didn't see
man.
last Friday's episode, but
Oh man, I liked last Friday's episode. What I really liked about it is they gave Falcon and uh I guess well I don't want to like major spoilers, but we all know that homeboy was gonna become U.S. agent.
yeah.
So at the end of the episode, I'm not gonna tell you who because I want you to watch the episode to find out for yourself. But he gets his actual U.S. agent uniform, the black Captain America suit.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Captain Falcon,
Okay.
he gets his he gets his actual comic book uniform. Matter of fact, I have a picture of it. So when you watch it, let me know so I could actually text it to you. Where they show like they show the side by side comparison of their comic book
Oh,
counterparts
nice.
of their uniform. So that was pretty cool. But it was a dope episode. I liked how they finished it. A lot of people didn't. A lot of people felt like they left a lot of things I guess open. But I mean, that's what Marvel does.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a cinematic universe and everything is connected, you have to leave things open for either the next show, the series, or the next movie to kind of like fill up those plot holes or fill up those, open-ended stories.
Hmm.
You find out in this episode, you find out who the power broker is.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna tell you who that is either.
Yep.
But I really feel like the way it ends, it sets up the Thunderbolts. It sets up
Okay.
it sets up Armor Wars, and it also sets up I want to say it sets up another Avengers. But after this episode, I I think it actually sets up Captain America 4 because they actually announced Captain America 4 with Anthony Mackie, the Falcon, as the lead as Captain America. So
With that, like I said, like putting Marvel just storytelling, like just talking about the storytelling aspect of it, like they have done a great job, like taking the characters that we love and just showing them dance on the screen. And sometimes, like when you talk to people, they'll share their experience, and sometimes I just feel like they just put too much expectation on what they're seeing, and like they'll say, oh, that sucks, this sucks, but it's like. Sometimes you gotta let go. You're not the leader. You
right.
have to you're spectating, and I feel like these
I like
past
that.
5 episodes, it feels like a great movie. Like
It does, right? It feels like because even with WandaVision, everybody wanted more action or they wanted no, WandaVision was great. Like it was awesome. First of all, the storytelling was top notch. They literally left you hanging every single week. If a show doesn't have you oh my gosh, I can't wait till Friday. I can't wait till Friday. I
you're
need
not
to see
pissed
this
off at the
episode.
end. When you see the credits and you're not pissed off, then you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Gotta be.
Right. It's like, nah, you guys can't end it here. Like, no, do not end it here. Like, no, like I felt like WandaVision was perfect. It was awesome. And then on top of that, like WandaVision was a prequel. It was the prequel that we needed for Wanda, but it was also not a prequel. It was literally what's going on with her right now. And I like that because it's like now you're looking at every single Avenger that's still an Avenger.
Yeah.
What's going on with them right now?
We're getting prologues to the main stories of the movies that are going to come out. So you
Yes.
got WandaVision, you have the couple,
Mhm.
you have Wanda, you have Vision, you have like the grieving process, you have at the end of the season, the series finale, you see the two Visions. Spoiler alert, sorry, but
Well,
like
it's
that,
not spoiler alert now. If you haven't
it's
watched
out
the
now.
end of WandaVision,
It's your damn fault. But
yeah,
you have like that pocket of a universe of Marvels. Like, hey, this is what happened. Now we have Winter Soldier and a Falcon. We have a buddy cop,
yeah.
a buddy cop thing. And now it's if you haven't been paying attention since phase one, like bro, like they're doing something right now. They're building up what's going to come in these next films. I don't know what's going to come, but
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, who do you think is gonna be the next big bad? Because I have some theories.
I've been paying my theories. Me too. My theories are based on the people that I follow on Instagram, especially the artists.
Okay.
I don't know if you follow these artists, but Boss Logic, Alex Ross.
Boss Logic is dope, and he actually does a lot of their covers. He does a lot of the So
it's Alex Ross, he's a big comic book artist, makes paintings. Boss Logic, and I think there's another one that I just recently started following. It's called Rafis Greedy or something like that.
Oh,
And
he does a lot of their storyboards.
exactly. So I'm looking at these pictures, and remember that there was a good week where they were just sharing mad X-Men stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, just a lot of X-Men things, some Galactus, so I'm thinking, yo, are they going out? Are they going to bring in this big baddie, or are they gonna like blow it up with the multiverse, or are they gonna bring universes together? And we got that in WandaVision. They were teasing us with the fake Quicksilver. It turned out not to be. But
Yeah, I think that was a letdown. I was hoping that he was actually, because I liked his version of Quicksilver. Like I felt like the dude that played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron, he wasn't as good. Not saying he's not a good actor as the Quicksilver in the X-Men series, but the one in the X-Men series that it made X-Men. Like if it wasn't for him, those newer X-Men movies wouldn't have hit the way that they did.
Carried that one scene in both movies, and I saw
when they slowed down the time, and there was
that carried the film. And then
it did.
having Magneto too in there, that carried it. But other than that, who's Jean Grey and Cyclops? In my mind's eye, like I don't remember them. All I remember is Quicksilver.
Right.
So that says a lot. And then also of course Xavier and a lot of stuff. That was cool. But I hope that is the X-Men, some sort of meshing of those universes, or we're gonna get Galactus in a new way, maybe Silver Surfer, because that's like we've already had the battle on Earth, we had the battle in the stars. Now, like, what's the next battle? Like the cosmos, everything, and then tying into Spider-Man. What was it? The second movie. What's that called? Not Far From Home.
No, Far From Home.
Far From Home.
Yeah, because the first one was Homecoming, then it's Far From Home, then it's the third one is No Way Home. Yeah,
Way Home. So I don't know. I think Spider-Man is gonna be. You know how Thor Ragnarok.
Spider-Man is gonna be the catalyst, definitely.
You know the layup that Ragnarok had.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to say that perhaps that Spider-Man film is gonna lay it up to the next Avengers catastrophe, or the next the next crisis that we're gonna see, because it's funny. Back to my original point, the storytelling of Marvel, it's been great because it's mirroring what we're going through in our daily lives. Like right now, feels like the world is in disarray, and some people, they don't know what to do. Others are like, you know what, like I gotta buck up and I gotta take care of myself. And what's the next battle? Who is going to be the next baddie? Who are we going to look up to? So I feel like these stories are just, they're in a way, like, they're good. They're, at least we're finding some sort of escapism, but also like learning like who we are. And you get that a lot in the Winter Soldier and the Falcon. Like, when they have that talk with the girl and Anthony Mackie, Falcon, he's like, I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to understand. I understand that you lost, but the route that you take, it's the same as the same. You're the enemy that you're fighting. So that's, if you're really paying attention, there's like a lot of good themes about like symbolism and what does it mean to be a U.S. Citizen nowadays. And also, I can appreciate Falcon not taking the shield at first, and you have that argument. So if anything, we could dive into like what we've been thinking about from episode 1 and 5. Like,
well, it kind of sucks because being that you didn't watch episode 6, like they really touch on that. Like they close the episode on those themes. Like Falcon goes into this whole.
That's the last episode? Is that the last episode?
It's the last episode, yeah.
Oh, dude, I should have watched it. Damn.
Yeah, you should have watched it. Yeah, so they kind of close out on those themes. I mean, Falcon goes into this whole speech with the senators. He has a speech with Carly again, the girl, and like he's like, I don't want to fight you. Like I'm on your side. Like we could, work this out and stuff like that. And it was just, it was a really dope episode from that standpoint because. Not a lot of people know, but they had to rewrite a lot of the script of the show and the direction of it because the original was it was supposed to be a virus. It was supposed to be them releasing a virus that was actually making people like super soldiers and stuff like that, and they was recruiting them and stuff, but they had to rewrite it and everything because of COVID. And that kind of like made them go in a different direction with the show, but I still felt like they kept all the core themes. Matter of fact, there was actually they just like WandaVision, where they actually shot a scene that they nixed, where Doctor Strange was supposed to be in it, like a portion of it. He was supposed to make a cameo. They actually shot the scene.
Doctor Strange kind of this
you got a little shit. So they nixed that. Well, Steve Rogers was actually supposed to be in a scene. Old man Steve Rogers was actually supposed to be in a scene, and they nixed that because, like, throughout the show, like they kept saying, like, "Oh, is Steve Rogers on the moon?" Well, in my theory, I think he is on the moon. I think he's on the moon with the leader. If a lot of people that don't follow the comics, there's a lot of people that actually went to the moon. Nick Fury is one of them. He was on the moon for a little bit with the leader, and not the leader, the Watcher. He was on the moon with the Watcher, watching over the cosmos, helping any threats that was coming to the Earth. Steve Rogers went up there for a little bit. He was with the Watcher. In the Old Man Captain America series, he actually goes up there. So I think my theory is he is really on the moon. I think that the next threat is going to be because I think that's. You can't have a threat where it's just Earth. I think that the smaller Avengers movies, yes, you can have that threat where it's like Loki or you get Ultron. But eventually you're going to have to get to a big threat where you're going to have to pull all these characters back together. Where is this threat coming from? So I do feel like Galactus could be one of them. I feel like Mephisto is, because all of these like even if it's not Mephisto, even if because Marvel has a tendency of taking one villain or taking one character and fusing it with another character, but still calling it that one character. So what if one of the next villains is Mephisto, but it's also Nightmare? Because Nightmare works in different realms as well. And when you're working in the quantum realm, when you're working in different realms and different realities, Dormammu, so I feel like Mephisto is going to play a role, but it's also going to be Nightmare in some kind of way. So I think that's going to be a villain in Captain in Doctor Strange. But I think that the overall villain, because when you talk about the Eternals, when you talk about
Yes,
uh
it's the beings. Yeah,
yeah, when you talk about the Celestials
Celestials.
and everything,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, what's a bigger threat than the Planet Eater himself? You know what I mean? That's literally what Galactus is. He's a planet eater. He comes to planets. He takes the entire planet. He eats the
crazy.
planet. Yeah. So and Silver Surfer is his agent. That's
Yeah,
his guy. Like, you know what? Go here, scope out this planet. You know, kill whoever is there. That's a major threat, and then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna eat that planet.
yeah. Scout.
Um.
He's a master
So
scout.
yeah. So when we do finally see Silver Surfer in this in the MCU, I think that's gonna be the clue where it's gonna be like,
People
oh,
gonna lose their minds, man. I can't believe.
Galactus is on his way. Like that, but I really feel like Galactus is probably gonna be the most major threat because even in the comics, I mean, it took everybody to kind of like combat. Like it wasn't just Fantastic Four. Like people think Galactus is just a Fantastic Four villain. No, he's not. He's an Avengers villain. He's an X-Men villain. He's all of their villains. So I feel like there's gonna be just like Civil War. There's gonna be an X-Men versus Avengers event that's gonna lead into Galactus. Kind of like how Civil War led into ultimately it led into the Infinity War.
Yes, it did. It did.
So that's what I feel like is gonna happen. So that's my theories.
Yeah, it's funny because there's a whole population, or there's like a lot of people that only know the movies and they're well versed in it too. I don't claim to be like a comic book like extraordinaire, but I've read some titles and like it's crazy to see the themes. Like there are Avenger books that are called Avengers Disassembled.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Assault on Pleasant Hill. These themes. It's funny because when you read Avengers Disassembled, that's Civil War movie. When you read Assault on Pleasant Hill, it's almost reading like WandaVision because it has like a same premise. There was like a prison where in this comic book, the prison kept all the villains and they were like they were living in this neighborhood and then they weren't the villains, they were just like the beekeeper or they were the mailman. So it's interesting to see the twist and like taking the same theme, character, and then in a new story that they'll give it to
right. So I mean, I think that their storytelling is top notch, but Marvel has always been that kind of like they write about like even when you read the comics, like they write about the times, they write about like what's actually going on. X-Men are the minority. They are, in essence, they're black people in the Marvel universe. They are the segregation, the racist,
the fear,
right, and that's everything that's going out to the mutants and everything. So I like the fact that like they're actually doing these themes because I mean even right now, Captain well not Captain but Falcon and the Winter Soldier, those themes are like what's playing on right now, where as far as like the brutality with the governments and misplacements and I feel like they calling these people refugees and everything because they're misplaced through time, through the 5-year time gap and the blip. And now you're talking about like what's actually going on, like the Mexican immigrants and everything that are in these camps and everything, and Falcon is basically like, yo, do the right thing, like let's do the right thing and let's make homes for these people and let's give them these people like there's ways that we could integrate them into America. Those themes are very prevalent to what's going on right now, where you have these camps where all these Mexicans are and these immigrants and they don't have green cards, they don't have American citizenship, but we're keeping them in these camps and everything, and it's just like it's either send them back to home, but it's like where are you sending them back to? They don't even have homes where we would send them back to.
It's touching. It's touching on like it's interesting and it's amazing how like a story can just like, I love this scene in Infinity War where Doctor Strange is just like he goes like this and then he highlights that Infinity Stone and he hands it to Thanos. Well, the reason why I'm mentioning that is because that's exactly what these stories are doing. They're highlighting that one part. It could be like that issue, that problem in our society, and you know, it's true. This is the reality that we face. We're in. You know that we're dealing with the issue of immigration, and also like, and maybe you agree too. Like, you know, at the end of the day, we're all peoples, and it's a shame that we we have to hide behind like borders. I'm not saying borders are bad, but like when at the end of the day, it's we're talking about human beings,
Yeah,
and to treat them in this way, you know, you know what it is to like get lost in the mall and you can't find your mom and dad.
yeah,
To be in that situation, it must be like, what kind of people are gonna, what kind of people are those kids gonna be when they grow up? Definitely
mhm,
gonna have a lot of stress, a lot of psych issues and all that. But you know, that's a separate issue. That's just there's something causing that. So it's a shame. I hope that we can move on and find some way to like at least find a solution. But like it goes back to the individual and what you do in your life. Like some like I know for me, like I'm no I don't make laws. I'm an individual. What can you do? And
right.
it all just starts over like take care of the inner world of who you are, do what's right, because that's infectious in a good way. You know, you can inspire others by just like being the best,
Yeah.
whatever it is, because that's the way forward. So, you know, that's my piece about that, and hopefully, we'll
I
see where.
think that times are changing. Like there's a revolution coming as far as laws being people just getting tired of being in a situation where they kind of feel helpless and powerless. I mean, you look at the Chauvin trial. I think that's a perfect example of exactly where we was literally sitting at the edge of our seats waiting for this verdict, because anybody that can see it is plain as day. This guy is guilty,
Hmm.
and if it wasn't for that video, if it wasn't for so many people being able to see it and the jury being able to actually deliberate and see exactly what happened, you know what what can you do? You feel powerless. There's so many deaths, there's so many things happening that we as a people, not just black people, not just white people, but people that people, you feel powerless, you feel helpless. And when you watch these different things, it's kind of like it still gives you that hopeless feel where it's like, what else can we do? And I think that the Chauvin trial kind of like it was a win in the favor of not just justice, but as far as the direction of our country. I really feel like the next generation is gonna be able to push this forward. I
Hmm.
feel like nine to fives is not gonna be like a thing anymore. Going to an actual office to work, that's not gonna be a thing anymore going forward. The pandemic showed that businesses could still thrive with people working from home.
Hmm.
Um, uh,
Changed a lot.
yeah,
A lot has changed. Like you're right. 2020, and a lot of good and a lot of bad. I
mhm,
was thinking, you know, it's amazing how the that whole show, like it's a two sides. You know, you have the Falcon who represents obviously black,
mhm.
and you have Winter Soldier who represents history, and white. But I feel like at what point are we gonna take off those glasses of black and white? I
Right.
want like it's I feel like we're just taking them off and we're gonna see,
I
they
mean,
say hey, you can handle the truth, but
I don't even feel like
gonna
I don't even feel like the country has actually taken them fully off. It's more like they're still,
they did this, they're doing
tilting
this.
them. Yeah,
Leave it. No, no,
yeah,
I'm gonna leave my glasses on. But it's like it there's something to say about when you actually perceive things the way they are. It kind of like it kind of hurts. It kind of sucks when you actually see the reality.
yeah.
But you gotta take your punches. You gotta okay, this is how it is. But now you have the choice to move forward and not give into that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think we are seeing the revolution will not be televised. I feel like the revolution is ongoing. What that means differently to other people. I mean, there are other people that their aims to better this country, and I don't necessarily agree with, because violence just begets violence.
Right.
I think we all need to we I feel like we all share the same values, but we just use different words, we have different concepts, and that's gonna come with culture. But just
Yeah.
trying to understand each other, like what we do, you know, it's amazing how you and I bridge our relationship, like how we met.
Mhm.
We're not the only ones. There's there's millions of pockets of friendships where we would never meet if it wasn't for like this one connection, this one,
Yeah.
right?
Shout out to Mark
A lot of
Marvel.
that going on. Shout out to Mark, our Marvel on Staten Island. Through him we met,
Right.
and it's just to finish my point. It's like we're not the only ones. So imagine like these constellations of friendships, of alliances, of just of business relationships, everything. Like we have a good America. Like we're
Yeah.
here, and I feel like we just need to show out, be responsible when we see something that is not right, call it out. And it's a big responsibility. Even for me saying it, I'm like, oh, David, you gotta hold to your word. But I see no other way.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we're in a good spot. Like you were saying before, the revolution. I feel like the revolution will be televised. I feel like we're in the social media age, this day and age. Everything is on a screen, whether it's TV, whether it's your phone, tablet,
Conversations are
computer.
recorded, so hey,
Yeah, podcasts, us doing this, everything, we're pushing the envelope forward. And I feel like it's not just our generation, it's going to be the generation that's coming up after us. It's going to be my children, your children. It's going to be, you know, their children. Everything is going to be pushed forward. People are just tired. We're tired of sitting back feeling powerless. People are going to start doing things. You see kind of legislation is kind of blocking protesting and free speech, and it's just like, no, bro, like this is the constitution that you guys put in place, and now you're upset because we're using what you guys put in place against you. No, we're gonna continue to do that, and whatever you put in place, we're gonna fight it at every single turn. And we have a voice. People are really realizing that we don't have to sit here and be quiet about these things anymore. We are the ones that's electing these people and putting them into office. We're the ones that, we have the power to do it, and we have the power to
power
take
to
you out of
the
office as well.
people.
You know,
That's
yeah.
that's where it
So
lies. That's where the power lies. And the unfortunate but great part of 2020 was that we got slapped in the face. We forgot that. We became conveniently comfortable with these things, um, with like the way they our lives. Oh, like let me take warm showers. Let me
mhm,
be comfortable and not think about it. But 2020 came and it's just like, yo, wake up, wake
yeah,
up. Take care of your family, but there's work to be done in whatever fashion it is. I feel like 2020 woke up artists, business, uh, people, people who want to actually go and be lawmakers and work for the government and actually do things like not shut up and advocate. That's something that I really see happening, and let's see these next 50 years. I think we got a good couple years to like look at what's happening and just see how the world carries on and just be hopeful. Are we on good? Oh, I think I gotta head out. Damn.
so good. It's so good. Well, this has been episode 14, as David had pointed out. Sorry to cut this short. David has some stuff to do. I'm actually probably gonna go lay back down because no kids, so I could
Yeah.
actually rest. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this is David and Lou. Shout out to Shawnee and Law. Hope you guys are being responsible but having having a ton of fun. Um, If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button because it helps out our page a ton, and hit the notification bell so you can get notifications as as soon as we drop an episode, you guys would know. Thank you again for watching. This has been Bro2Go, Coffee to go. You guys have a good Sunday.
Take it easy, guys.
Yeah. Wish I could paint our love moments in vibrant. Reading wordplay turns into gunplay. Gunplay turns into pillow talk. Pillow talk turns into sweet dreams. Sweet dreams turn into coffee in the morning.